Okay, so for this artwork, we will be using mostly different sorts of different types of texture. I will be showing you how to create your own texture, very cheap, from scratch. When I started my own art journey with texture, I didn't want to buy the expensive ones you can buy in the art shops because I didn't know if I will like working with it or not, if it's for me or no. I hope you know what I mean by that. So I did some research and I just tried different ways on how to creating my own. And there are a couple of ways that are extremely easy and they do exactly the same like store-bought textured pastes. So I will be showing you how to create that. We will discuss the color choice and what sorts of colors we can see in this artwork. I will be showing you tools which for when you work just with texture paste, you don't need a lot, like just your hands is enough, to be honest. So you don't need too many tools to apply the texture. So yeah, let's get into it. So basically what we will need is canvas, then a bowl where we can mix our texture. I have few palette knives, then I have like a tray from palette knives, so you can reuse whatever. I like to reuse everything, and I always keep stuff from packagings and things like that, so it's actually quite handy. You can use it, and then if you want, you don't want to wash it or something, you can just throw it, put it in the bin, and that's it. Then some inks that I would like to use for this artwork. Baby powder. Uh, why baby powder, you might ask? And this is actually one of the ingredients on how to create your own textured paste. So it's available in every single store. You can buy it for very cheap money. And to be honest, one of my first textured artworks, this is how I did mine. It was with baby powder, with PVA glue, and that's it. And it still looks amazing. It's very durable as well. And I can't really say anything bad about it. So I hope you will enjoy doing that. And I have an artwork that I've started here just to show you how it looks like as well. So I've applied some texture and yeah, I'll be showing you how to create something like this. And last but not least, it's not a popcorn, it's a bucket of sand, which I like to use for my texture to give it like a little grainier feel. And yeah, this is what I will be using as well. You can use different sorts of things. You can put in your artwork in the textured paste itself. You can reuse some rice grains. You can take some pasta if you want and just smash it, and you can just mix it into your paste. So basically you can use anything you want. You can use paper, fabric, little gems. You can buy it in craft stores as well. Whatever, anything that has texture to it, that would make texture, you can use it. So basically like use your imagination and grab whatever you have at home. I understand not many people will have sand at home just standing somewhere, like laying in the corner. So just go in your cupboards and see what else you can find, what could make texture for you. As well, we can use some cling film that you can apply on your texture and just crease it and then create like different patterns. And this is what we're going to be doing as well. If you feel like you want something more specific and something with a different pattern and something nice and elegant and interesting, you can buy. I bought these off eBay, if I remember correctly, and this was for one of my artworks that I created for a bigger piece, and it was a commissioned art. Yeah, so these are really nice. They are called, if I'm remembering it correctly, stencils for artworks for walls, because people usually use it for walls these days. It's quite popular. So yeah, just type it in online, or you can go to arts and crafts stores, but I think they are quite a bit more expensive, to be honest, than you can buy online. So yeah, you can use these ones, and I will be showing you as well how easy it is to use them. Okay, so let's start by mixing, creating our own textured paste. And the first thing is I'm going to be showing you how to do it with baby powder. Choose whichever you want. The cheapest one, doesn't matter, they are quite cheap anyways. And PVA glue all over me. So this is what I'm saying, like just wear something you don't mind getting dirty, because I like to just clean my hands quickly in my clothes and that's it. If you don't like that, then just take some wet wipes or a cloth or something. Okay, so PVA glue, Johnson's Baby, or whichever baby powder, and we will be using some acrylic paint as well. Okay, so I told you I'm gonna show you how it looks. Can you see? And I didn't use any glue, anything, just textured paste, just wall filler. This wall filler combined together with some sand, and that's it. And see, it just kind of holds together really nicely. I've been using it since the beginning and I just don't mind. Okay, so now I'm just gonna be opening this baby powder. Okay, as you can see, we've opened it. And then I'll be adding it here. So don't worry, just add as much as you want. You can always add some extra. And then I'll be using some paint. Any paint, doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be heavy body, it doesn't have to be, just like I like to add some paint to it. Okay, and then I will be adding some glue, just a bit of glue. Okay, like so. So adding some glue, and then you just mix it together, and you just kind of slowly mix it together and see what's happening. Okay, you can see it gets kind of, the texture changes. You can add some extra glue. Let's add some more glue. It is a bit more messy, but it's worth it. To be honest, if you start from scratch and you don't know if you want to buy expensive paste or not, so you can try your own. So see how it changes. And it smells nice as well, by the way. So, okay. So, and it's going to be durable as well because of the PVA glue. It will hold nicely, and you can add as many powder as you want. If you feel like you want it a bit thicker, you can add powder. You can add some sand as well to it. And I'll show you in a minute. So, okay. See? And that's it. Just few ingredients and you can make your own paste. You don't even have to go and spend a fortune because they do cost quite a bit. And if you want to try, just try. Maybe it's not always worth it because you don't want to spend too much money and then realize that you don't like it and you don't feel like you want to work with it anymore. So, can you see? Look at the texture. Look, I'll show you. Can you see? How great is that? And it smells really nice, honestly. Brings me back to those times when I was creating my art with this type of texture. And it's good memories. Okay, see? Okay. So if you want it to be a bit thicker, you can just add some extra powder, like so. Just add some extra. If you feel like it's too thick, add some glue. And that's it. All right. If you want it to be a bit kind of grainier, because it's very, I'll show you on canvas. If I apply it, see, it's very smooth. It's so nice and smooth. So when you work with texture, maybe you don't feel like you want smooth. So there are different ways on how to creating your texture, applying it on your canvas. So you don't make it too smooth, or you can make it bumpy and lumpy and in different ways. Okay, so next you can add is, as I talked about, is sand. So I bought mine a while ago, just a big bag of sand. Okay, let's add this here. You can add a little bit more. I like adding sand to my artwork. It gives it that extra texture, crunchiness. If you like ASMR, it's really nice when you work with it as well. So, see? It changes color, but you can buy white sand if you want, but it doesn't matter because usually you can just repaint it and that's it. So, okay. I didn't add too much sand, but still enough to see the difference. So I'll show you. Can you see all these grains, little grains? And when you apply it on canvas and when it dries, you can feel it so nicely. And then I will show you this paste. You can see how smooth it gets. Can you see how nice it is? Can you see the difference? Yeah? You can mix them together if you want. So you can just apply as much as you want. You can add as much sand as you want. You can add whatever you want, to be honest. You can add color to it if you want as well. And it's quite fun thing to do. Let me just quickly show you how it looks when you apply this textured paste. See? You can hear it. It's a lot grainier than this. Okay, so as well as you can create different sorts of patterns and textures by just tapping on it, waiting for a little bit, and then you can just try and smooth it out. and it creates like a little pattern as well. So, for example, you can create texture just by tapping, smoothing in some places, adding some extra sand. Okay, let's apply some texture. Okay, however we want to apply it. I think working with texture is so interesting. Okay, and let's just smudge it in the different ways. Okay, like this. And then just get it off. So, like this. Just take it off. And you create different kinds of texture as well. And then we can take our wall filler, apply it like so, like so, and just create texture by just kind of playing around with it. Then smoothing it out if you want, dragging it around so it will make more texture in some places, a bit less in others. Let's add some more. And just see wherever that palette knife and your hand takes you. Don't be scared to play with it around. If you don't like how it looks, just scrape it off. See? It's so easy. Scrape it off, start again. Doesn't matter. There is no rules. You're the one that's making rules. How you want it to be, how you want it to look. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. I think I'll just kind of smudge it everywhere. Just see how it's gonna be. See, you can do whatever makes you think that, oh, that looks nice. That should be nice. Let's add some more sand. You can add some more sand and just work it in. So it's gonna have a lot more texture to it. Okay. And it's amazing, just especially when you start adding some colors, it's gonna look so nice. Okay. Let's take some, let's grab some extra. See, it's so easy. I don't know what I'm doing at the moment, but as I create, I can see that, oh, it's gonna look definitely nice, especially when I add some color to it. So let's take some more texture. That's wall filler. So you can see that I can create, and you can create with all these textures on the same artwork. And when it's dried, you will see no difference. Either it's homemade, or it's store-bought, or it's a professional one. This, I like to use it, and it's as well from Dollar Brownie textured paste, and it's a really nice paste. So I'll show you. It's more like paint, basically. If I show you how paint looks like, you'll see. So this is the heavy body white paint, and this is the textured paste. So they're quite similar. Nice and smooth, and you can mix them together if you want. I sometimes like to use my fingers on my artwork. Well, most of the time, to be honest, when I apply texture. I very rarely that I use any sort of tools. I like to feel it. I like to see where it goes, how it goes. So yeah, I think this is gonna look really nice. Let's add some more sand here and maybe a little bit on here. And let's mix it nicely. Sometimes it can get really intimidating, like when you start applying texture paste and you feel like, oh, it doesn't look like anything. But trust the process, take your time, and just don't overthink too much. Because when you start thinking about it too much, then it gets more and more difficult. But when you just go with the flow and just take your time, use your intuition, wherever you want the paint to go, to texture to go, just do it. And you will see how easy it can get and how nice it will be. Okay, let's use a little bit of this. Okay.